Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. What's going on? Brendan Isaiah Bankston here. Clinker Built Studio. How you guys doing? How are you? How's the world out there? Good, I hope. Phantasmical, I'm assuming. It's a little too bright out there. That's better. All right. Let's see. So, last time we've been working on a collectible sculpt for a servo skull from Warhammer 40,000. That's what we're working on. We're getting close. I'm not going to lie, I did do a little work on the side, but that's okay, because I'll tell you what I did. So last couple streams, we've kind of taken this guy from 0 to about where it's at right now. So if you'd like to go back and watch some of those first ones, you can go to the ZBrushLive.com and find my artist page, Brendan Isaiah Bankston, and you should be able to find all of the previous episodes there. Or if you're a little bit more daring, you can go to the Pixelogic YouTube page, and it's on there. You just have to filter through all the other amazing artists that also stream here. So, Heretic! What's up, Fallen? Yeah, so we're getting close to being done with this dude, bro. There's some final design touches and a couple little things that I want to do, but the majority of the ideas here, we just got to keep working. Yes, Square Enix. Technically, I'm at Crystal Dynamics. Yes, still there, doing the things. Yeah. So there's a couple things that I want to do still to this guy. I do want to do a little something on the top, and I have an idea of what I want to do. Let's see, is this showing up okay for you guys? Yeah. When I stream in HDR, it tends to blow out the stream screen. But it looks okay for you guys. I am terrible at sculpting rocks, so this is one of my valiant efforts so far. But we'll get into polishing some of that and talking about some brushes and stuff. But the first thing that I want to do is let's see, what are we going to work on first? I think we're going to work on his mohawk, because we're going to work on a little mohawk style thing for him. So I was looking at the excuse me, the actual. I don't know if you can see my light is on. Let's see if this helps. A little bit. That just means you can see all my cool stuff back here. That's all. Anyways, I don't know if you can see. Let's see. There's these like little blue, like these guys right here. These like these little blue nodes. Anyways, we're gonna do some of those guys, and we're gonna see if we can make a little mohawk for him using those things. They're pretty simple little pieces, but they look pretty cool. So I'm just going to, yeah, it's pretty simple. Okay, we're just gonna wing it. We're gonna wing it. See what it looks like. Yeah, are you an environment artist? Is that what it is? You did a lot of rocks in the beginning of your career. I have done very, very few rocks in my time. Very few. Oh, the other thing is we may end up doing a little Adeptus Mechanicus seal. I don't know if you can see this guy, but he's it's the one in the middle of his axe there. So it's the gear with the skull. So we're going to try to do maybe a little boss relief thing towards the end. But I want to do the mohawk first. So this is probably going to be around. I'm thinking for print scale. Ideally, I'm thinking maybe 120 millimeters. So it's fairly big. Maybe something like, this. Maybe something like this size. Something like that. Maybe even a little bit bigger. So somewhere in there. It's going to be more collectible size than actual like little 32 millimeter. So that's why I'm doing a bunch of extra details and stuff that we'll see in here. More of a showpiece than an actual, you know, game piece. So, what's up, Pablo? How you doing? All right. So let's get in our things we want to do. I'm just gonna grab a cylinder. Oh yeah, the other thing that we were doing last time is we were starting to work on some kit stuff for end pieces for the little thingamajigs here. What did we use? We were using this guy. And this guy. This guy. Actually, turning on. Oh, there you go. So these are just a couple of different ends to some of these little doohickeys. So let's turn those off for now. Let's grab my cylinder. Okay, so let's build it up here so we got a little bit of size. Why is my cylinder like that? Oh, you know why? It's because I changed my cylinder. Ha ha ha! So let's go to the actual cylinder here. Because I went down to initialize and changed this stuff. So I'm going to put my inner radius back down to 0. Going to put my height... vertical divide down to 1. Or 4. Why is it 4? Alright, so that's fine. Okay, so then we'll go back to this fine young cannibal here. And then let's append again here. Okay, there we go. So let's take this guy and just delete him. Goodbye. You are the weakest link. Okay, so let's get, this is like the little base. Take a look at this piece real quick. So small. As you get older, it's really hard to see these details. It's a little bit more bulbous than a cylinder. So let's actually use a sphere instead. So let's append a sphere, or sphere. Okay. This guy will just turn off for now because we may need him again. Okay, we're just going to make one. Right here is fine. Okay, so we get this, say, around this size. Okay, and then I'm just going to use clip. So what I'm doing is I like this roundature. Name of the day. Get bigger glasses. I do. I probably should go get better glasses. But roundature. So let's leave clip curve, and I'm just going to clip all that down. And then I'm also going to clip all this down to about there. I like that. That's fine. Okay. Roundature. Okay, we'll have a center post running through here. Okay, that's something like that. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna grab these toruses that I use down here. This guy. I like these ones. So let's go auto groups. I'm just gonna split this one off and then undo. Like that. That way I can just grab this dude, we'll hit shift, send all the way down to the bottom, and then turn this one back off. And then this guy, center, reset, bring him all the way up. So these are like little space alien style thingamajigs. Alright, we're just going to have a couple of these. I actually go over this too quite a bit. So if you want to have evenly spaced subtools, you hold. So if you hold down Control Alt and then drag to duplicate, and then you say, okay, I want all of them about that distance, and then while you're still holding down your mouse, you let go of Control and Alt, and then you keep dragging down, and it will repeat like that. So it'll give you the exact same, and you could keep going however many that you want. So maybe like this. Okay, we'll take this guy, and we're going to use my clip curve, and I'll just bring him down. Say like that. Okay. Okay, and then he's got like a little... Let's duplicate this guy, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to him and undo to this, because I want to retain that, so I can now just go... So this is like, there's like a little light bulb thingamajig on top that's got a little bit of curvature. I'm going to bring it in that way and in this way a touch. I want to keep the height. This guy's just a little bit too large, so I'm going to bring him down just a little bit. A little something like that. Looks like an egg. That's alright though. So something like that. Beautifully, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all these and just merge them down. So let's merge down, merge down, merge down. So that's all just one. So then what I can do is say, I do want these guys to be smidgen smaller. Like that. Yeah. Alright. So there's a couple different ways that you can do it from here. You can just duplicate and or you can turn it into a curved brush or whatever. But I'm just going to duplicate them. Make it easy. So we'll just do this. We're going to do Control W to make it all one subtool. And then I'm just going to go. We're just gonna place these by hand. A little bit easier. It's a node hawk. Yeah. There you go. So we get a little bit more silhouette breakup. Is the thing I like. Okay, so we're gonna go. We're gonna do Control click to grab this and mask all of that. We'll go to center, reset, and then oops, put that down. Oops. Center, reset, put that down here, and then we'll just duplicate back like this. I don't care if they're a little bit off. I think it adds a little extra organicness to it. If they're just a touch off, I don't need to be so exact. There you go. Those are cool. More detail. Let's see what that looks like in a render real quick. I'm a big fan of mohawks. So any chance I can put a mohawk. Can we protect the curvature of the head? What do you mean? Oh, project the curvature of the head. What's up, Luis? Luis. Probably from Brazil, so it's Luis. What's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, I'm a big fan of the mohawk. Big fan, big fan. The other thing too is having recognizable iconography that is consistent for this, for Adeptus Mechanicus, and these shapes are very, they're well established already in Adeptus Mechanicus from Warhammer. So repeating those and mimicking those shapes really adds like the extra little oomph that you're like, oh yeah, it's recognizable as that faction. I mean, it's not Adeptus Mechanicus that only uses these. Pretty much anybody really uses them. But I'm a big AdMech fan. Okay. Let's work on. So I think that's okay. I'm okay with that. Let's actually beat up this little metal plate here a little bit, make it a little bit more kind of in line with this guy here. Actually, speaking of this one, we probably should. Let's see. Let's give him a little bit more detail. Right now he's a little too low. So let's go 1024. Redynamesh. That's fine. If I go up in Dynamesh, usually what I'll do is I'll do a quick clay polish to get rid of like some of these extra little lines and stuff. As in we can grab and use the head curve. You could, yeah. Yeah. What you could do is you could turn it into a insert mesh brush and just make a curve brush out of it, and then just draw the curve across the skull. That works too. So let's go in here. We'll grab geometry, clay polish. We'll just throw a quick clay polish on there. Usually what that does is it gives you some nice, just kind of clean edges. But don't forget to clear your mask. Clinker Built Studio, Brandon Isaiah Bankston, 00000. So, what we're doing is I'm actually going to give this STL away for free because I love all of you. That and also because it's for Warhammer 40,000. I can't really sell it. So, what I'm doing is I'm going to create this as an STL, and we will send it over to anybody who's interested in having it. So we'll send it out to the community. If you want to or interested in picking it up once it's ready, just go over to our website and sign up for our newsletter. It's at the Clinker Built Studio About Contact page. Sign it up, and we'll put you on the list. Once it's ready, we'll send out an email to everybody on the newsletter list and see if you're interested. And if you are, then we'll send it to you. Not for resale. Got it? So the other thing that we're going to do, oh yeah, so let's work on the ends of these things. Right now they're just kind of a little bit floaty. I don't really like the overall design of the bottom of these guys. So I think we need to shorten some, and then we'll play with some end pieces in there. As the layout is not really exactly what I want it to be. So let's work on this one first. So maybe what we'll do, let's just do delete hidden. Now if you already have this established, you already drew this as a curve, and you're like, I just want one more little curve in there, it's still a little bit too straight, you could just go in and do a bend curve modifier. It'll be a little funky monkey, but you can, maybe not that many, we'll just have like these here. You can kind of get a little bit of tweaking in here. If you just need to nudge some stuff around a little bit without doing craziness, you know what I mean? Just want to get a little extra oomph and tweak an ever so little bit. I think that's okay. I just want to have a little bit more curve in here. Just so that there's no kind of bad angle. When I'm doing statues slash collectible things that you can easily look at from a lot of different angles, I always want to make sure that every angle looks good, or at least there's no bad angle. So when it snakes through there, I just want to have it. Alright, so maybe we can actually pull this one. So it's doing this kind of thing. Maybe I can emphasize that just a little bit, because this is just a touch too straight for my taste. But we don't want to do it too much, because it's going to start doing that, and that's not what we want. So just ever so slightly. I use this bend curve modifier quite a bit towards the end of things, just to kind of get things sitting more correct. I don't like the intersection here, so I'm going to probably end up doing the same thing to this one too. We're having a little bit of kind of weird squishing in here, but I can fix that with the move brush. All right, so let's say that that's good. there it is. Sometimes this little gear is kind of hard to see. So we'll say accept. Okay. Then now what I want to do is I want to fix this little skewing stuff that's happening in here. So just gonna kind of nudge things just a touch so we can see if we can fix some of that skewing a little. What's also really helpful here is having a keyboard shortcut for locking your camera. So you see I'm trying to rotate the camera. This one is in Draw, Lock Camera, and I have it to Control or Shift C. So I can move stuff around, lock it, move stuff, unlock it, move around. It becomes really handy when you're trying to work on the edge of things. Yeah, the more I kind of move this stuff around, the more things get a little bit tweaky. So really want to make sure that I don't move it too much. All right, and then at the end, if I still can't get this right, then maybe what I'll do is I'll just grab it from here like this. Oops. Then I'll just rotate the whole thing. Maybe this just comes down just a little like this. There we go. So when I'm looking at the overall design of this too, I really want to make sure that all these shapes look good. I'm looking at small, medium, and large shapes. So what does that mean? So I'm looking at everything, right? So the lengths, small, medium, large, so like short, medium, and long for how long these guys are. I'm also looking at the negative space to make sure that pretty much from any angle, the negative space feels pretty good. These two are the same length, and I don't really like it. It looks kind of funky. So I'm going to probably going to shorten this one. Let's see what this one looks like shortened. Oof, not that. Oh, not that. Let's say somewhere around here. So what I'd like to do is make sure that I have some open visual space in here so it doesn't look like he has his legs on something, that it really shows that he's floating. What if I just brought that up like this? I do kind of like it up here where it kind of comes in front a little bit more. So I like this whole kind of moving this direction feel, and this one kind of contradicting that feels really nice. So it gives it this kind of like nice little bit of motion, and we're getting that a lot from this one, and this one, and this one. So I want to make sure I retain that. Maybe this one can come over like that. That feels a little bit better. The only thing from here is this negative space, this one, and this one all feel pretty similar. pull it back like this. So we can get like, so here's a large open space, here's a medium space, here's a small space. So maybe this one I can actually bring this way just a little bit more. What's up, David? What size am I thinking of printing this out at? Probably around 120 millimeters, something like that. It'll be more collectible size than game piece. We all love servo skulls, right? We want one on our desk. Speaking of that, my desk is getting really full. Okay. Yes, resin. Yep. Yep. So I like this side. This side feels really good. It feels like it's got some good motion where like he's traveling forward, but his arms are kind of like feeling as he goes and like, you know, on things. But he's got kind of this nice forward motion, which I really like. And then from the side, he's kind of got this motion too. I'm still not crazy about this down here. Maybe. I think maybe we should shorten this guy too. Let's take off maybe somewhere around there. It feels alright. So let's get a couple of end pieces on here and see what they feel like. Since when are you sculpting? What do you mean, Blinky? Like, how long have I been working on this particular piece, or how long have I been sculpting in my life? So let's do delete hidden, and then we're just going to use this opportunity to close up these holes here. So we'll do close holes, which is in geometry, close holes. So we'll do that like that. And then what we can do is we can take our, actually, you know what? We need to go and make this insert mesh brush down here real quick. 2002, and did a lot of modeling, and probably around 2003 or so, 2004, picked up ZBrush. Um, did some around 2004, 2005, 2006, and 7, and then I stopped for a while, so I started to work in the medical industry. Well, I was still sculpting then, so I'd say probably 2002, 2003. But I got back into game design or game character modeling in 2013. So almost a long time. A long time. Okay, yeah, let's go make our insert mesh brush real quick. So we're going to use these. Okay, we're going to use this and this. No, we're just going to use that. For our cap, we're just going to need, don't need this guy. This one we're going to have to edit real quick. So there's the cap, but what we need to do is we need to clip all of this down. That slice, I want clip. clip it down to say here. What I really should do though is slice it. No, I'm actually I haven't got into anime. The only real anime that I've watched is Akira. Everybody needs to watch Akira, right? But other than that, no, I'm not. I haven't been into anime very much. So let's do this. Actually, yeah, that's fine. We'll just leave it like that. So that's one. We're going to go to this one. Let's go auto groups. This guy. Turn off perspective. And then let's see if we can just do clip. Nope. Clip. Good. That's what I want. I'm always never sure if it really respects masking or not, but it does, and that's awesome. Okay, so that's fine. We'll just do one polygroup on that one. Okay. So let's do the same thing for this one. So let's go auto groups. We'll turn this one off for right now. We'll mask this. Invert mask. Clip. We'll just clip them in there. Actually, you know what? Instead, I want to do slice. Because I don't need that geo smashed down. So what I'll do is I'll just hide that, hide that, hide that, delete it. And then you can just get rid of that guy. We don't need that guy. Okay. Cool. And then this one we did, and then we gotta do this guy real quick. So we'll do auto groups. Oops. Mask all that. Do my clip. Boom. Okay. Unmask. Okay, cool. Now I want it camera based, so I'm going to go like this. All right, so here we go. This one we're going to go to brush, create, create autosave. Wait for it. Create, create insert mesh brush, new. Okay, so that's going to give me this one. So then what I'll do is I'm going to grab this one and do create or insert mesh, and we'll append. That's fine, because we're on this same brush here. There's that one. Actually, it's inversed. I need to go the other way, like this. So let's do that again. So let's do create insert mesh. We'll do a new one this time. Okay. Cool. We're going to go up to this one. We'll do create append. And then up to this one, we'll do create append. Cool. So now we got those three. So let's turn those off. Off. Okay. Then we go back to this dude. Then we can say, look at that. Genius. See what that looks like. I think I like the little twirly dudes. See what that looks like. Yeah, that's cool. You know what I can do from here, and then is just say, let's mask all that, and then we'll just come in. Maybe we'll just tweak some of these shapes a little bit. Maybe from here, what we could let's see if I'm actually curious. I don't know if I've ever used this before or not, but let's go auto groups. Let's grab this one, inverse, and I'm wondering if I can use my bend curve. Yeah, it works. I love it when a plan comes together. So this is a great way to have just like a little library of things, but with the assumption that you can go in and tweak each one of them to make it a little bit different, and for wherever you end up placing it. So let's do accept. There we go. Cool. Like that. Okay. Cool. Let's. So for this one, let's do delete hidden. Let's do close holes. And then we're going to go back to our brush here. Maybe we'll use this guy this time. Yeah. Maybe we can take this guy here, and then we will, let's dupe. Dupe. See if we can get just a little end cap for this guy here. Okay. That's cool. Okay. I like that. Okay, so we got to do something about the end of this one. It's obviously like it's like ending right there. That's not cool enough. So the question is, what are we gonna do about it? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I'm wondering if can we have it kind of come back in a little bit? Then maybe cut a couple off. Let's try that. See what that looks like. So let's grab. That's a little better. We can at least be able to see it down here. Check something real quick. Are these mechanical and part brushes you create yourself? Yes. So I created everything here. So I created this little guy. I created this curved brush. I created these little end cap pieces. I created this little guy. Created these little guys, and what was the other thing? These couple of pieces are just from the ZBrush insert mesh library in your brushes. They're somewhere in one of these brushes. I forgot where. But actually, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand on this on these little machine parts, and then probably what I'm going to do is because I'm giving away the STL. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a brush pack together, and I might actually put those up for sale. We'll see. We will see. Okay, so let's. So maybe if I take it to here. Let's just go like that and redo that, and then we'll just go what? Maybe one more, because now it looks about the same length as that one. So let's bring one of these back. Bringing it back. Turn off perspective. Okay. That feels a little better. Okay, so let's do delete hidden, we'll do close holes, and then we'll do this guy right about there. Then we'll just do a quick adjustment. Get him centered and rotated. Maybe scale him back down just a touch here. That helps. Yeah, I think that's fine. Cool. What time is it? Still got an hour. We're trucking along today. Although this may do better as an antenna, not as like an appendage. Maybe I'll do it this one instead, and maybe I'll actually put one of these like up on his head or something. This one feels much better like an antenna than an actual appendage. So let's just undo that. And we'll just use this guy. Actually, we'll use this guy again. I like these guys. The great thing about the insert brush is if you make sure that you place it correctly, your gizmo is lined up every single time, and I love that. It makes my life so much easier. Can you hear me? Oh, my mic's working. Anybody else hear me? You hear me now? Hello, hello, hello. Mic's working. I don't know. Anybody else hear me? Or are you just trolling me, King? You trolling? What's up, Dazzler? So, we can play with a couple of different things here. So we can say maybe we can add another one, or take one away, move the things. So we can have all kinds of fun with this. So we'll do auto groups. We'll go control click. Actually, maybe what we'll do is Susan, stop what you're doing. You don't want me to do more art? Is that what it is? Let's see how it is. Hey, we'll make this one longer. Rotate that. Oops. Not scale. Rotate. Is there? Yeah, my upload's okay. Okay, like that. Let's do bend curve. Cool. Okay, so from the front, maybe I wanted to like pull this way some. Maybe we can. I love bend curve. It's great. So I want it to curve at least in 3D space a little bit. So it's not straight from one side, and it always has a nice kind of little gradual curve from any direction here. Okay, that's pretty good. Accept. Okay, fine. Let's grab this one. Then I'm going to reposition my gizmo here like so. We'll do another bend curve. Okay, what does this look like from this side? What do I want this one to do? Yeah, we could probably curve this way too. Maybe even more. Not down. I want it to go with some gravity, actually. maybe I'll just do like a something like that. See what it looks like from this side. Still it's a little funky, not quite right. Sometimes simpler is better. Let's see what that looks like. So I do want to separate it from this look just a little bit, so maybe I'll do like a fourth one in here. So let's go like that. Let's go here. Let's just grab this one, so we'll do Control click, and then we'll just Control Alt click and do it that way. Just make this a little bit. Your insert mesh brushes carefully, and you can do all kinds of fun stuff with it afterwards. You know, so it's not just a one and done kind of thing. It can be just a base to start from, and then you can do all kinds of fun stuff to edit it so that they don't all look the same. There you go. Okay. Okay. Okay, we got our mohawk. Oh yeah, I was going to beat this guy up just a little bit. So let's duplicate the original here. Thanks, T-dubs. So we're going to do... Let's just create a Dynamesh from this. Before I do that, though, I do want to just, instead of it, you know, when we start combining everything and getting it print ready, I want this to not have any issues between this surface and this surface. So before I do that, what I want to do is I'm just going to extract this bottom piece down into the skull, so that when we combine the group all, and then we're just going to pull this in like this. That's all I really want to do. And actually maybe, yeah, that's fine. I want to also flare out just a little bit. See how it's not coming at a 90-degree angle? I do want it to flare out just a little bit so that we have not so many hard 90-degree angles like this one. So actually maybe what I want to do real quick is just do a scale. Scale. Polygroup all. And do something like that. Just so that these aren't 90-degree angles. Slide edge loop partial, and just bring that piece back in. Show you once it's done here. Apparently I have it set to autosave every 30 seconds. Yay. Alright, so we'll come in here to edge actions. We'll do slide. I use slide quite a bit. Edge loop partial should just grab from here to here. Like that. And what that's going to do is going to bring it in this way here. And I could do it this way. That feels a little more even, which is fine. And then I'll do the same thing to this one here. Bring that in just a little bit. And if it's affecting this one, I can just mask this off like that. How about them apples? Alright, so before I Dynamesh this, let's duplicate this guy again. This original one here, I'm just going to delete. Don't need that one. Let's turn that one off. Go down here. Yeah, what's up, David? How you doing, man? It's me. I'm doing good, man. Doing good. My name is Clinker now. Just kidding. Still me. It's funny because I apparently I look way different in hats than I do without them. I used to get that quite a bit when I was working in the bar industry. Like I would walk into the bar like on a day off with a hat and like literally nobody would recognize me. Like who the fuck? Oh, it's you. All right, so this is the duplicated one. Let's Dynamesh. Yeah, life's good, dude. Life's good, man. Okay, so we'll do a clay polish. Oh, wait, before I do that, I have to turn off dynamic first. That's what I really want to do. I do want to fix this little piece right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to brute force it. Like, oh, I could use slide or what, or you could just go and just use your... Whoa, buddy. What did you do? Okay, he didn't like that. Good thing I have a backup. Ha ha ha! That was really really weird. Really. Probably what happened was I don't know. We're just gonna move on and pretend it didn't happen. Alright, so let's delete this guy. Let's save it. There we go. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is grab this guy. And then we're going to grab our lasso. And then we'll just grab that one. And we'll just going to brute force it. Because sometimes that's just easier. There we go. Alright, now we'll duplicate this guy. Let's turn that one off. This one will Dynamesh. Let's... 512 is enough? Let's see. Yeah, I think that's fine. Give it a quick once over here. Actually, let's do, instead of 512, let's do 1024. There we go. Well, I still have to clean this stuff up, which is fine. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, in the month of May, I'm actually going to be doing the stream with the Stylus League folks. So we're gonna work on a project for the month of May. So every Friday, we'll do a stream with those blokes over there. Stylus League. Stylus League. Yeah, good peeps. We're gonna do. So I think they do like projects, like one project with one guest per month, and they'll kind of work on one project, whatever project they decide that they want to work on at that point. But I'll be hanging out with them on Fridays at 6 p.m. specific on Fridays for May. So that should be fun. It's always nice to hang out with other people on streams too. So not just a talking Brendan head. So just going to break this up a little bit. I want it to feel a little bit more organic, so I'm kind of purposefully going in and just doing some brushwork to it. So it'll help kind of break up the shapes a little bit to make them feel a little more organic. So let's do a quick clay polish on it. I just want to get rid of some of this faceting in here. So this is supposed to be kind of an old piece of iron that was stapled to this dude's head quite a long time ago. So I'm trying to get some nice kind of organic breakup to the surface. Put a couple of these little nuts on there. Like that. Cool. I do like the trim dynamic pretty well for breaking some of these up. I feel like I may need a little bit more geo though. Because it's not quite enough. So let's go maybe 2000, something like that. Okay. And now I can come in here and just break up that piece a little bit. Before I do though, let's do store morph target so I can bring it back a little bit if I need to. But I want to just break those edges up a little bit more. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is let's grab these guys right here. We'll do split mask points. Nope. Yeah, whatever. I already did it. Too late! We'll go. There we go. That's what I want. So we'll clear that. Turn off symmetry. Go back to here. Alright, and then we'll just move these guys up. There we go. That's what I want. Okay. We need to go one here. Why aren't you doing the thing? I think ZBrush is having a hard time right now. Let's go. Let's just duplicate it real quick. Duplicate. You don't want to do it, ZBrush? Fine, I'll find another way. See if it'll work now. Nope, doesn't want to work. It's weird. Strange. Something strange. Something doesn't work, try a different way. Or the one way to skin a cat. Not that I endorse skinning of cats. Okay, and then we'll just take these guys and do merge down. Merge down. Oh, it's partially hidden. Is that why? Oh, that's why I wouldn't do it. Ah, that explains it. So, which one? Are you talking about Ghostbusters? We'll do delete hidden. They all have those extra ones in them. That's why they weren't. That's why they weren't duping. Makes sense now. Merge down, merge down, merge down. If you're talking about Ghostbusters, I really want to see the new one, but I haven't really had a chance to yet. There we go. Yeah, he's looking badass. Let's see what a render looks like. All right. Okay. I see you, Server Skull. I see you. All right, let's beat up this this guy. He's still looking a little, not quite, but we'll see what we can do. So this guy I just extruded. I made this face and then just extruded it to make this pillar. But I want to divide it up a little bit so that I can get some extra surface detail in there. But if I do that, it starts doing stuff like this. So I'm like, ugh, I don't want to do that. So I use our handy dandy Z remesh, which is amazing with detect edges. So we'll say 1,000 at 20 by 20. Look at that. That is absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. Look at that. Look at Z remesh. Oh, so good. All right, so let's turn off smooth. We'll divide that a couple of times. Let's see what I divided this one to. 5. Let's grab that one. Divide 2 more times. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab a noise brush so we can get some kind of this old iron feel to it. And then I'll go in and kind of beat up the edges a little bit. So I don't know if you guys use it or not, but I invested in the XMD, Michael Dunham's XMD toolbox. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And also, if you want to support him further, you can get the lifetime brushes. That's what I did. Um, and then I just came in here and I just searched for rock under brushes. And there's a bunch of rock brushes that are amazing. So I think this one, so just double click it and it actually brings in everything. Yeah. So this one's just a kind of like a rock noise. So it feels appropriate for just some iron rust feel. Let's move our light back here. So we'll do store morph target, so I can bring some of that back out. So we'll just do kind of a little heavy hand here. I want to do subtract because it's actually adding is what I want to do. Actually, so what I'm gonna so here's the thing is sometimes when you have these brushes, right, it's actually changing the overall shape and not really like giving me as much of the surface detail that I want, the surface detail that I want. So there's a cool way around it. Um, so if you go thing, right? Now if you go back down to subdivision 1 and hit switch, it will change subdivision 1 back to its original like overall shape, and then when you go back up to subdivision 5, it retains all of that surface information that you're in. Oh, what? What? No way. Yes way. So I can come in here real easily and just beat the heck out of this thing. Not worry about it doing funky stuff to the overall shape, unless you want it. And then I come down to subdivision 1, hit switch. So before I do that though, what's up, Voxel? I want to do it just once. So before I hit switch, we'll come back up here. So we'll do. So I do this all the time for when I'm even when I'm subdividing, right? So if you want to have a smooth subdivisions in there and apply like you know some nice smooth subdivisions, but you want to retain the original shape, just do it this way. Right, so then go back down to subdivision 1, hit switch, then go back up to subdivision 5. Beat the. He said that? Yeah, that wasn't not surprise me. It was different age back then, for sure. And then if you do it on a layer, you can do cool stuff on a layer too, um, which is always fun. So maybe I can just. All right. And then maybe I'll come through with trim dynamic and start beating up some of these edges just a little bit. Just beat the edges out of it here. This one may take a little bit of time to do, but I think sometimes if you plan your brushwork appropriately, it can really aid you in getting a particular look. So in this case, I really want, again, that nice organic feel. So if I go through and just do it with brush strokes, it'll naturally give me a little bit more of that organic feel. I feel like I need something else back there. Let's kick off a render, see what it looks like. Okay. So you notice here I'm getting a little bit more ping off the edges of in here and in here. And in here it's still just a little too I modeled this look. Oh yeah, the Chisel Brush with additive mode. Yeah, that's a good point too. Very good point. So the other thing that I'll try to do is just go through and just do a quick smooth through here, and that will kind of give me a nice, a better of that inner bevel a little bit. So just do a quick alt smooth through here, which is smoothing, let go of shift, and then continue smoothing. That will keep the overall shape and volume, but will give you some roundness in there. So I can use, a difference between, trim dynamic or just a quick smooth will give me some nice variations as well. Chisel brush with additive. I don't think I've ever tried that before. Let's try that actually real quick. So we got, where's my chisel brush? Chisel brush additive. Oh, you saying it like that? Yeah. I guess all kinds of different ways you could do it. Maybe lazy mouse. Let's see what lazy mouse we could do. It'll make it quicker. There you go. I feel like I could have just duplicated the other one. But whatever. We're all just hanging out, having some fun. That way you get to see me do the process. It's all about that tips and tricks, as my buddy Gareth used to say. I feel like we're getting pretty close. Um, Definitely going to need to print this guy myself before I put it out there. Unless some of you out there may be interested in helping me test print this guy, because I actually don't have a printer yet. Yet being the key word. I'm pretty close to pulling the trigger on a printer. I'm thinking that I want to do more collectible size stuff and not necessarily minis. Minis, yeah, but bigger minis, like 100 millimeter and up. So the ones that I've actually been looking at, um, the Frozen, I always forget the little name of it. The Frozen Mini 8K came out not too long ago. I definitely like the resolution on that one. I've heard a lot of good things about it, but the build plate is a little small. It's like this kind of like letterbox size, about yay big. Um, so that one may be just the Mini 8K, yeah. Um, which everybody says it's the Mini, but not really Mini. Are they on back order? I thought I saw one. Oh no, Frozen didn't have it on Amazon. The other one I was thinking of is the Anycubic. I think it's Photon 6K, Photon Mini, not Mini, Mono 6K. You still waiting for it, and you got it in November? Fulf. Oh, all right. You got the 8K or the 6K? I think you said you got the 8K, the Frozen Mini. I feel like the build plate on the Frozen Mini 8K though is just a touch too small. I feel like I want to do bigger things, so I'm thinking like a medium plate is probably end up being better, even though you're gonna end up using. Okay, yeah, 8K. I'm really hoping that the trend will continue for the 8K. Yeah, it's long. It's like about that big, huh? Something. But like the 6K is like yay big. Yeah, we could do 100 millimeter, but I mean, if I want to do something like this size, yeah, it can do it. But if it's like thicker and more square, um, but kind of this size and maybe a little bit bigger of like a stand, kind of just like see if I got something like this type of thing. All right, that'd be kind of tough to do on that small build plate unless I kind of break everything up and put it together post print. But even so, then it's a little like it's a little weird. But I don't know. I'm hoping fairly soon. Form 2. The Form 2 is still like, if you can find one, it's still like thousands, right? I definitely like the Form, but it's freaking expensive. That Mind Flayer I showed you is only 40 millimeter. Um, yeah, I don't know. I just when I'm painting stuff, I like painting kind of in the 100 millimeter to 120 to 170 millimeter sizes. Like this dude is the jailer from Bestium. I always forget how to pronounce their name, but this type of size too is kind of what I want. What I want to be able to print that and a little bit bigger. 4K. Whoa. Yeah. The forms are it may be a little more than what I want to be using it for. Not trying to print like super professional. Um, well, professional, yes, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Um, Shane said he got his hands. Shane Olsen, one of the other streamers here, said he got his hands on a Form 3 from one of his buddies that worked there. I was like, whoa, the Form 3 is like way. What? Form 3 is so expensive. It's freaking nuts. It's like $3,500 or something like that. Like, yeah, that's a little past my realm. I'm not, mass producing things for a business. It's more I wouldn't say hobby. I would say boutique. That's a good name for it. Oh yeah, nice. Space Army men. Okay, that's like good. That's good. All right, that's probably okay for right now. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna redo the claws because I don't really like them. They look super cheap and flimsy. But I think I'm gonna do a little bit more. Yeah, my headphones keep turning themselves off during the stream, which is really weird. I have not been able to figure out why. So thank you for letting me know. Shanks. Yeah, space vampires. Those are the blood angels, right? So we'll do auto groups. We'll just control click that guy, and we'll just control alt drag and bring him over here like this. Okay. Maybe what I'll do is instead of this one, let's try putting that little blood angels and minotaurs. Nice. I'm very much enjoying AdMech. If you can't tell, like it's pretty much all over everything that we've done so far for Clinker Built Studio. By the way, if you guys want to check out my the website and our Etsy store for what we have currently available, you are more than welcome to check those out. Or if you'd like to follow us on the grams of Instas. So let's go grab our insert brush, this one, and then we're going to grab that guy. Then we'll say, nope, not that one. I want this one. I'm going to put a little, yeah. Yeah, I like that. That's cool. but let's push that down into here so that when we combine all this stuff, we got some nice flush surfaces. Maybe we'll make it just a touch smaller. Here we go. Okay. We do need to resculpt the spine pieces, but I think I'm going to wait for next time on that one as well. Maybe we can make some metal plates. I think that's might be good. So let's make some diamond plate stuff. So let's save burst. Save it. Okay. Save and oh yeah, hydrate. Yeah, good call. Good call. Well, my kids are home, so if you hear screaming in the background, those are my kids. Diamond plate. That's what we're gonna do. All right. Here's what we're going to do. So let's append in a plane 3D. Okay, and then I'm just going to reconstruct subdiv to about if you give the skull some studs, it would be a skull from a space marine. Yeah, that's also a possibility. Oh, you know what I was going to do? I think instead of this, we're going to do a quick bas relief to try to make um, the skull icon for AdMech. I think that's what we'll try to do. Where is the stud? I forget where the stud is. Is it like in the side of the temple? I forget where it's at. I could probably look it up real quick. Um, Space Marine. Right side above the socket. Right side. Oh, like right here? Yeah, right there. Let's see. So it's just like is it just a cylinder? Yeah, okay. So like, yeah, not like, okay. Maybe we'll just append in. Or no, let's go brush insert primitive. Let's go like this. There you go. Half sphere. Oh, so not a cylinder, it's just half a sphere stud. I get you. Why am I not remembering this? Depends on the artist. Okay. Can you guys find me a picture? But I thought Space Marines don't turn into servo skull heads though. I thought that was just a like regular servitors were like criminals and stuff, right? No rule against. Okay, there we go. Picture's worth 1,000. Oh yeah. 400 years that guy's been working. Damn. So maybe we'll go in and just beat this guy up a little bit. Yep. Yeah, he's kind of the man. Okay. I like this. Good idea. It will give him like a bunch. Let's oops. Let's hide that. We'll do split hidden. Grab this one. Let's turn that off. How many years? How many hundreds of years should he have served? $400? $300? I think maybe these are a little bit big. Scale these down a little bit. Okay, yeah. I dig it. Yeah. Okay, so we need to find a cog. So brush, insert. Let's see. Curve, gun, industrial parts. Might have a cog. No, this one probably does. Gotta find a cog in here. Unless you guys know which one to these brushes has a good cog. Or I could just make one real quick too. Yeah, I dig that. That's nice. It's a good touch. Good call. Let's just make a cog real quick. Let's make one. Spaceship IMM. That's the one. Thank you. Boop, 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 boop. Spaceship. That's the one I want. Is that it? Where'd it go? Let's just use our handy dandy M tool. There's one. That's about it though. It's not really the one I'm looking for. Oh, that's crazy. Not that one. Ah, let's just make one. What the hell? What the hell, Bobby? For anybody that's new out there, we'll just make one. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go... Okay, that's fine. Okay, cool. Probably want a little bit thinner. Alright, let's grab our... So let's say, let's grab 2s. But before we do that, let's be smart about it, and let's do Radial Symmetry. Local Symmetry. We want that in Y, I believe. No, Z. There we go. So let's grab... of course. Let's go... What is this? 10? Let's try 10. Of course. Alright. Well, screw the symmetry. Let's just do it by hand. What the hell? What the hell? So we're just going to mark every other 2. Every other 2, Brendan. Okay. So then we're going to go, let's do mirror, mirror, and weld. Okay, cool. Oh, man. It's off. It's off! Let's go back. Let's go back to our cube here. We'll go to initialize. And I think we need 40. Oh, primitives. Okay, we'll do this. Okay, and then we'll do, let's append in the other one, and we'll just do a quick test. 40 should do it. Give me an extra 2 that I had and a 2 that I was missing. Whoa, excuse me. Unless I actually picked them wrong. That could happen. Human error. Like that. 1, 2. Here and weld. There we go. Better. Alright, so then we're going to do inset. Inset by polygroup all. Something like that. And then we'll do QMesh, polygroup all. Like that. And then we'll do scale, polygroup all. But I want this to be at polygon center. There we go. This is not enough though. Do, 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 do. we need another set. Alright, we'll just do it again. Do-dum, 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 do-dum. Mirror, mirror, weld. Okay, do inset. Click once. It should be the same amount. Q mesh. Click once. Should be the same amount. Scale. Click once. Should be the same amount. Oh! We'll just do it like this. Okay, mirror, mirror, and weld. Then click once. There we go. Alright, that should be good. Looks coggy. I want to bring this down a little bit, so what I'm going to do is go Q mesh flat island, and then I'm going to hold down shift. There we go. And this shift, something like that. There we go. Okay, cool. Then I want to create a little bit of border in here, so I'm going to turn on symmetry. I want Z symmetry. Oops. So I'm going to go insert single edge loop. Like that. Okay, cool. And then I'm going to go QMesh poly loop. Grab this and pull this in. If I go too far, it goes away. So about here, like that. Then again, I don't really want a 90-degree angle on those, so I'm just going to do a quick slide. Edge loop complete. I'm just going to bring this in just a little bit. Cool. This is 90, but I'm like, wah, whatever. I could throw a bevel on that if I really want to. Which I probably end up will. Actually, you know what? Let's do that real quick. So let's hold down Shift. Let's bring that out just a touch, like that. Oh, you know what? Bevel's not going to work. Bevel's not going to work. Bevel's not going to work because the edge loop goes around that way. Poly loop may work. No, that's not going to work that way. So, how do you get around that? Well, you could just do smooth. Insert. Let's go insert. Excuse me. There. And insert here. And then if I click Q mesh and just hold shift and drag this out, that'll give me a bevel there. Boom, and then I can just delete that guy. And then I can do bevel here. Poly loop. Just working the turkey. Well, that is an old quote, Rethon. Dang. Bevel edge loop complete here. I'll get a little bevel there. Cool. And we want that. We want one in there. What's up, Dougie? It adds bacon. That's what it does. If you hold shift when you're doing Q mesh, So if you don't hold shift, it'll create a new edge loop like this. But if you hold down shift while you're doing it, it will just take what you have and pull that out without adding an extra edge loop. So that's what I did to create this little bevel. Is I gave myself an extra edge loop through here and then grabbed this whole edge loop and pulled it out. Okay, so what? Okay, so let's do this real quick. Let's do crease polygroups. Dynamic, which is not going to work. If, so let's turn dynamic off. If I do group by normals and then polygroup by normals, crease by polygroup, there we go. That's a quick way of doing it. Cool. Got my cog. Yes, pull along the normal edge. Yep. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to keep that group though. So what I want to do is I want to come here. We'll do polygroup, polyloop, and I want to set that as its own poly group. Can I? There we go. And then I'll set this as the same polygroup. There we go. Cool. And then let's go to let's try to do this. Oh, it's already 3:05. All right, we'll wait for next time. So we're gonna do a bas relief next time. So basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this guy. We're going to duplicate. Actually, let me see if we could do it real quick right now. What the heck? Let's grab this guy. Where's my tool? There. I'm not going to have all the stuff, but the idea is pretty simple. So grab this. Let's duplicate him real quick. Turn that off. And then we're going to Dynamesh this guy. Which that feels, actually before we do that, we're on dynamic and we want to apply that first. So I want to have like that nice smoothness. With the smoothness, let's go apply. Let's delete lower, and then we do Dynamesh. We say 1024 Dynamesh. 512 maybe. No, I didn't mask the back first. Okay, so that's good. Like that. And then let's try saving it first. I should have the let's actually grab that real quick. So grab this, duplicate, move that down here. Okay, let's grab this, duplicate, throw that to the bottom, move that. Up here. Putting your princess slippers on before. Yeah. I've learned from that one too many times to not uh, to not do it quickly. Okay. The other thing that we can do is, yeah, let's just do that. So we'll grab this guy, and I believe all that we have to do is just do increase the contrast a little bit, and let's just. Oh yeah, I gotta forward you that. That's why I grabbed this guy and this one. So we'll go like that. Okay. Now let's grab bas relief. Okay, maybe we'll turn tolerance down. Oh, I think it's because it's intersecting. Let's take this, move it out here. Let's grab some pizza boxes. That's what I want. Okay, so grab him, pull him out like this. Okay, we are out of perspective, so this should work a little bit better. Maybe on this guy. Yep, that's the one. Actually, before we do that, let's just mask the other side here. Oops. Okay, that side's good. That side, okay, cool. Now let's try it again. It's doing some weird stuff. I don't know. Again, I've only done this one time, so maybe our relief tolerance turned down. Let's see what that does. Yeah, it looks inverted, right? I don't know why it's doing that. My double's not on. That should be okay. Let's turn this down to maybe 500. Yeah, I know. This is why I do this kind of stuff off screen first. All right. Well, I'll do a little bit of digging and testing with this thing and see if I can get something to come up. But yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. But anyways, it's overtime anyways. It's OT, baby. Yeah, it should be anything though. It's not. It just takes whatever's here and projects it. So. All right. Well, we do have to cut it now because we gotta roll. It's time to go hang out with the kids. Let's delete that guy. Let's turn on perspective again, and let's give us a nice little render before we go. Okay. All right. I will try to figure that stuff out next time. But I will be back in 3 weeks for this guy on Pixo. But I may actually do some work on this guy on my personal channel. So if you'd like to follow me on my personal channel, it is. Let me just put the link in there for you because the name is hard. So that's that. So give me a follow on my channel if you'd like to hang out for those sessions. I'm also be doing some other stuff there too. If you're not following the Pixelogic channel on Twitch, I highly suggest giving it a follow here. There's another amazing artists that stream here too. So that I will in May. I'm going to be on the project with streaming with a Stylist League gentleman. So be sure to check those guys out. If you are interested in getting this STL that I'm working on, once it's ready, you can go ahead and sign up for our newsletter at Clinker Built Studio, and we'll reach out once everything's ready to go to see if you are still interested. If you would like to follow us on the medias, here are our links. Check out the website. We do have an Etsy store where we're selling some actually legit Warhammer models that are painted. And we've got more coming up. So if you want to check out the coming up section of the Clinker Built Studios website, you can find out some of the projects that are coming up as well. I'm working on this guy is almost finished. He's from Bestiarium, printed through Questborn. And I think, what else am I working on? I've got a big demon guy that I'm working on that I can't seem to find right now. But anyways, lots more stuff coming up. So I hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys learned a couple things. But most of all, I hope you were inspired to go make your own cool shiznit. Hasta los luegos. Thanks for everybody for hanging out. See you soon. Bye.